Is anybody else like getting to that stage with their hair in this whole quarantine where you're starting to look online at clippers and you're kind of starting to convince yourself, oh, should I order a pair because you need a haircut and everything? I'm definitely getting that stage, and that's dangerous because like I would just fuck that up. Yes team, so in today's video, we're gonna be going over pretty much like the ultimate guide. That is like so though exaggerate, that's ultimate guide. It's definitely not the ultimate guide, but we are going over a guide of wardrobe essentials. The key kind of like pieces that I believe we should all have in our wardrobe that really kind of like give us a strong foundation when it does come to putting together outfits. What is kind of like really funny about like basics and essentials is it's almost like the one like area that we don't want to kind of invest our money into, even though it's like the one place that we absolutely should. At least in my opinion, I believe we should. And that is because your essentials slash your basics is really, again, the base layer and the base to your whole entire outfit. And these are the key items that you're gonna be wearing constantly over and over, that are gonna be going in the wash over and over. So these are the ones that you really want the quality to be there so they can kind of like stand the test of time. So let's get into number one. Denim jeans are an absolute must. I mean, the majority of us will wear these on a daily basis. So the key things that I personally do look for in a good quality pair of denim jeans is, one, I like them to be straight fit, just because I feel it's definitely more of a kind of like a classic silhouette. On top of that, I personally wouldn't recommend you to go for a distressed pair of denim jeans, just because then you are kind of limiting yourself to, okay, those are just kind of like a very casual pair. Like you aren't really gonna team up, you know, like a nice, let's say Oxford button down shirt with then a distressed pair of jeans. They kind of go against each other. I mean, at the end of the day, do you? But personally, I would recommend staying away from a distressed pair as like your key essential. Now, the other thing that I personally gravitate towards is getting a high-waisted pair of denim jeans, mainly because I am just a sucker as hell for these. I love how it looks. I kind of love that old school kind of like, in my opinion, like 60s vibe that it definitely gives. And on top of that, if you are on the shorter side, obviously it's a great way to kind of like give the illusion of elongating your legs and that you are a little bit taller. Now, as far as the colorway goes, these are my two kind of like essential ones that I obviously really mess with. Can't go wrong with a black pair of denim jeans, and then obviously kind of like that lighter shade. You can also go towards that more indigo colorway. However, me and indigo just don't go. Indigo for myself is a bit too close to black. So I'd either go black or indigo and then a lighter shade as well, just so you have those two options. Now, as far as the brands that I do recommend, I mean, obviously you can't go wrong with Levi 501. These are a really great quality pair of denim jeans. And on top of that, you can find them at like so many thrift places or on Depop and things like that for about £30. Now, a little pro tip when it does come to like the Levi 501s, if you look at getting the women's pair of the Levi 501s, they are a lot more high-waisted, and in the leg and everything like that, they still fit the same. So if you want them more high-waisted, go for the women's pair, which is what these black ones are. Then coming into what I like to consider is like the male's version of a dress. That's just the way I look at it. And that is a smart pair of trousers. Now, the reason why I say it's like the male's version of a dress is because they can be worn casual, and then at the same time, you can really dress them up for like a formal event. So I definitely believe a smart pair of trousers is definitely an essential to your wardrobe. Personally myself, I love to go for a straight pair with pleats because, again, I feel it's like a timeless look, definitely a timeless classic look. So it'll always kind of be timeless in your wardrobe. Again, that's what you're kind of searching for with your wardrobe essentials. There are a lot of places that you can get smart trousers from. So you've got, for example, my pair here. These are Ami Paris and they come in at about £300 with the pleats. But then at the same time, I do have this amazing thrifted pair that I got for about £20. Again, straight leg with the pleats. So you've got kind of like two different ends that you can go to. If you do want quality at an affordable price, definitely look at thrifting them. 100% black boots is a staple to your wardrobe. They're so versatile. They can literally be worn so casual with like a pair of jeans, and then also super dressed up with a smart pair of trousers. Any like OGs here will know Doc Martens is just a hands down recommendation. They're an affordable price, come in roughly at £130. And on top of that, they're gonna last you like forever. The quality is great, they're awesome beaters, they'll kind of like last you a lifetime. And on top of that, once you do break them in, they are super comfortable. Now, if you do not want to pay 130 pounds, that's completely fine. You can go on, again, secondhand websites and things like that, for example, Depop. And if you guys remember, I did a challenge and I picked these ones up for 35 pounds. And again, they're still going strong and I absolutely love them. I would say still Doc Martens are a bit more on the more casual side. You know, they give you an outfit a little bit more of like an edgier look, but I wouldn't necessarily dress them up. So the other kind of like black boots that I would recommend is definitely a more dressier pair. For example, these are the Balenciaga ones that I'm wearing. Again, you do not need Balenciaga ones. This just happens to be the pair that I own. But as you can tell, the silhouette of the boot is quite a lot smarter and it is a little bit of like a softer leather to it. And what I do also keep in mind when I am getting a pair of boots is I want there to be a little bit of room around kind of like the ankle slash the top part of the boot, just in case I do want to actually tuck in my trousers, just so I can mix up my style as well. White sneakers. In particular, I have 3 that I do recommend. So we have the Nike Air Force Ones, which we all know is just like a timeless silhouette. On top of that, it's affordable, coming in roughly at 70 pounds. Then the other pair that I do recommend, now I had these in black, but these are the New Balance 530. So that's more of a silhouette if you're wanting to go for that affordable dad look, you know, a replacement for, let's say, the Balenciaga tracks or even the New Balance 990s. Now the third pair of white shoes that I do really recommend are the Common Projects. The reason for this is because I believe the Common Projects are definitely different to, let's say, an Air Force One. An Air Force One definitely gives just purely kind of like a sporty streetwear vibe. Same with the New Balances, where the Common Projects can definitely give you an outfit that's really like clean, minimal aesthetic. Obviously, t-shirts. I mean, we all know that t-shirts are just an insane staple, but what t-shirts should you get? That's probably one of the biggest questions I get, and I still find searching for t-shirts to be quite a hard thing to do because they come in so many different shapes, sizes, and different materials, quality, and just overall like different fits. So the colors that I do recommend is literally white, black, gray, and navy. Finding the colors is easy. That's the simplest bit. It's actually now finding the quality and the fit you would like. So I have 4 places right now which I personally do recommend when it does come to t-shirts, and they all do have a slight different price range. So one is definitely Ask It. The reason why I really recommend them is because one, you choose out your size. So for example, for me, I'll go large, and then on top of that, you get to choose the length of it. So you can choose a large with a short length, or a large with a medium, or a large with a long. You get the point. So you actually have a lot more control over like the fit of the t-shirt. The other one, again, with a little bit higher of a price tag, is Sunspell. Those ones are amazing quality as well, will just last you so long, and also in the wash, they just keep holding their shape. A bit more on the affordable side, you can go to Uniqlo. We all know that Uniqlo is quite a good staple one. And the other place is COS, because COS offers a different range of just shapes and sizes. When it does come to a t-shirt, guys, definitely go into store, try quite a few of them on and see what fits you and see the material that you like. You can't really gauge how a t-shirt will fit you kind of looking online, at least that's my own personal experience. When it comes to the fit, there's kind of 2 that I'll go for. I'll either go more on the oversized, which you guys know I'm obviously about, or I'll go for a little bit more of the fitted, which is pretty much what I'm wearing right now. Not like muscle fit or anything like that, just a little bit fitted, and also a nice kind of like higher neckline slash mock neck neckline. The moment you put a turtleneck on, it just smartens up your outfit and just gives you a lot more of kind of like a sophisticated look, and I'm definitely about that. The 2 colorways that I recommend is either a cream or a black. I feel these are the most kind of like versatile ones. Kind of like an off-whitey cream is definitely great for like layering. The black one's just, you know, like perfect for going out in the evening. You know, you chuck a leather jacket over that and you've just got a, you know, just a fire outfit that's classy but edgy at the same time. Places that I currently recommend for a quality turtleneck is either COS or Arket. Now, I do have some from Uniqlo, and I have in the past got some from ASOS, but what I found with ASOS and even unfortunately Uniqlo is that the neck itself starts to kind of like lose its tightness. Where this black one from Arket, for example, is just really held together so well. It's the exact same fit from when I first got it. Next up is a sweatshirt. Now, again, a sweatshirt is almost similar to a t-shirt. You can get them from so many different places. What I personally look for in a sweatshirt is two things. One is a very just plain one like this with a high neckline, okay? So I'm all about kind of a high neckline slash a mock neck neckline when it does come to pretty much my t-shirt and a sweatshirt. Then I recommend having a sweatshirt that's got a little bit more texture to it. So if you are just wearing a sweatshirt by itself, having that kind of like texture just can add a little bit more detail to your outfit. So a denim jacket obviously is a timeless classic essential to your wardrobe. Perfect, especially because we are coming into spring. Even though a lot of us are indoors right now, the moment that we get out, perfect essential to have. The great thing about denim jackets is that you can get insane quality ones at your local thrift store. You will always see a lot of Carhartt and Levi's at your local thrift store, so the denim quality is great. There is just something just super cool about a leather jacket. Like, we all know that in all movies, you know, the cool guy in it, you know, the badass in it, whatever it is, always wears a leather jacket, and there's just something so sick about them, that kind of whole like rock star vibe. Like, you always just feel a little bit more, you know, when you wear it. Maybe it's just me, but I always feel like I'm a bit like, I don't know, there's something about a leather jacket. So a leather jacket is a perfect kind of like day to night jacket. So if you're going to the bar or to dinner, again, you put it over a turtleneck and it just goes together perfectly. And when it does come to a leather jacket, again, because we're looking at essentials, I definitely recommend going for more of that classic silhouette of a leather jacket. So these days you can get them oversized, you can get them in different colors, but because I only wanted one in my collection, I definitely wanted to go for more of kind of like a timeless silhouette. This one is a bit more of the biker one, you know, with the belt and stuff around it, and it is from All Saints. Now, if you don't want to pay the price of All Saints, you can look at ASOS. However, be careful with ASOS, because sometimes the leather quality itself, when you are kind of going for the fake leather, can look a little bit off and cheap. So the other place I recommend is Zara. Zara does offer some really good quality, like fake leather, that doesn't look, you know, cheap and just super fake. So next up, guys, we have bags. Now, there are two bags that I personally recommend you to have in your wardrobe essentials, and that is a tote bag, which obviously you guys know I mess with all the time, and a crossbody bag. Now, the one that I rate the most and use every single day is my Reigns tote bag. The reason for this is because, one, it holds a lot, it's amazing quality, and on top of that, it is waterproof. So if I have my laptop or my camera in there, obviously it keeps it dry. A great place that you guys can go for crossbody bags is Zara. Zara offers them in a ton of different shapes, color, materials at a really good affordable price range. So you can definitely check out Zara. Overshirts. Now, overshirts, again, coming to spring, such an essential for your wardrobe. Perfect for layering, so when it is colder, you can have a sweatshirt underneath it or a turtleneck underneath it, and then on the kind of like when the days do get a bit warmer, just a nice t-shirt underneath. Two places that I think are really good for these, obviously, is Weekday, which is where this one's from, and then also Arcade. Next up, we have black smart dress shoes. These can be anywhere from like Oxfords all the way to like loafers. So I myself have these ones, which are the Dr. Martin Archie 2s. Now, these are the ones that I go for a bit more of that kind of like classic look. You know, they don't have the Doc Martin yellow stitching or anything like that. They're a little bit more low key, and they don't have the whole kind of like Doc Martin edgy look. Then I also do have, obviously you guys know, the timeless Doc Martin 1461s. These are the ones where if I want to just add a little bit more character to an outfit when I am dressing it up. And then obviously the Gucci loafers, which you guys by all means do not need at all. It's definitely a bit more of a statement shoe. Bring it back to smart shoes. Again, when you are going to a little bit more of a formal event, you might want to back away from the boots, for example, and wear something a little bit more presentable. For example, if you're going to a wedding or even to work or a business meeting, anything like that, a nice pair of smart shoes are a complete essential. I don't know if this is an essential for everybody at all, but it's definitely a wardrobe essential for me. And I know quite a few of yous. Wow, Bo, England, good talk. And it has to be caps slash beanies. Pretty much the reason why I put these down to being an essential is I wear these when I do not want to style my hair or when it's a super windy day. I feel just when you like chuck on a fisherman's beanie, it can team up with smart trousers. You can have it dressed up, you can have it dressed down. I do find a cap is a little bit more on the more casual side, so really good coming into like spring and summer. We've seen fisherman's beanies these days being worn everywhere from casual to dressed up a little bit more. And again, when you haven't had your hair cut for the longest time, you just put it on, don't even need to worry about it. Boom, 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 and you're good. And there we have it, guys. That is my ultimate wardrobe essential guide for 2020. I'll see you fellas next time. Peace.